Things are boiling very fast in when it comes to Kenyan politics. Mount Kenya rebellion, UDA infighting, the opposition reawakening, and right now a midnight meeting involving some of the most powerful names outside the State House. And this is the meeting Mr. President William Ruto never wanted to happen. Because when you hear such meetings, you just think of what are these people planning. Welcome to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is DMTV Kenya. Kama kawaida, hapa tunapiga siasa bila kuficha chochote. Before we continue, please, if you are new here, kindly subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that next time I do videos like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And for the returning subscribers, thank you for always supporting the content of this channel. Leo nataka kuchambua the most dangerous meeting of 2025, let me say 2026-2027 politics. A meeting that lasted 6 hours, a meeting that happened past midnight, a meeting that brought together leaders Ruto does not want to unite. Unajua wakati Raila Odinga alikufa, wengi walisema kwamba Kalonzo Musyoka atachukua nafasi yake, but things are not happening the way they expected. The 6-hour midnight meeting, it's not just a political event, it is a turning point. It brought together three power blocks that have all been praised by Kenya Kwanza's style of leadership. The Mount Kenya rebels, the eastern moderators, and the central technocrats who feel politically suffocated. For the first time, these groups sat down together quietly without securing details and without political noise. The meeting was held in a heavily secured private residence with all phones collected at the door. And this level of security alone shows how sensitive the agenda was. Sources familiar with the conversation reveal that the leaders who were present had walikuwa na frustration moja: Ruto's growing political isolation and attempts to weaken every political potential candidate 2027 competitors. I want to say that each man who was present in that room had been targeted, had been sidelined and humiliated, all politically reduced in one way or the other. This meeting became the place to heal yale mateso wamepitia, the open wounds, and most importantly, to plan a counterattack. A major part of the discussion focused on the political betrayal within Kenya Kwanza. The participants, I can say that they described a presidency that no longer listens, who does not consult, and is slowly turning into a one-man operation controlled by a small kitchen cabinet. They talked about the economic frustrations, the rise of Gen Z protests, Mount Kenya anger, and the feeling that ordinary hustlers were abandoned. The message was very simple: President Ruto has lost the ground. But the real turning point was when one of the leaders proposed a bigger idea that why don't we build a simple power block that can challenge State House directly. This suggestion changed the entire tone of the meeting. For the next 2 hours, they mapped out regions, the influence, the numbers, and the possible coalition structure. They concluded that a united front between Mount Kenya, the Eastern, and the technocrat middle class vote would shake the entire political equation. And this is the alliance President Ruto fears most. What they agreed on is what has now triggered status to panic. The Midnight Pact included 3 major commitments: no splitting votes in 2027. They'll field 1 candidate. They'll coordinate rallies, messaging, and political strategy quietly. They'll use 1 government failures, economic, taxes, Gen Z frustrations, but build a national wave. And this is more than a political alliance, ladies and gentlemen. It is a survival pact. State House only learned of this meeting through late night intelligence briefings were the ones that made State House to know about this meeting. The moment President Ruto's team received the report, an emergency conversation was held between top advisors. They understood the risk. The people at that meeting have deep networks, national respect, and powerful regional backing. One of them, according to the intelligence report, even has a strong support inside the civil service. What makes the alliance so dangerous is that each of them feels the other's weakness. Mount Kenya brings numbers, Eastern brings stability, the technocrats will bring credibility, youths will bring momentum, and this is the kind of alliance that does not need a lot of noise, does not need rallies. It grows in silence, and it moves the underground. It builds pressure slowly, and when it emerges, it hits like an earthquake. For President Ruto, this is a nightmare scenario. He is already losing support from the hustler base due to the economic frustrations. Mount Kenya is restless. UDA is divided. And right now, ndasema kwamba the alliance yenye itaenda kuwa formed quietly against him, this pact, if completed, could indeed end Ruto's rule. That's why they came up with a slogan, 1 term. This midnight meeting is the most significant political event since the Gen Z protests. It marks the beginning of a new power formation. It maps what I call silent and extremely dangerous to State House. The pact made that night has changed 2027 forever. Kenya's political future has just entered a new chapter, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this up to the end. Kama kawaida, kama hukumbuka kusubscribe, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that next time I do videos like this, YouTube will automatically notify. Thank you and bye.